Good morning, everyone. We're in Prijedor. This is the city that we were both born in. I left when I was 7 months old. Idina left when she was a month old. She went to Slovenia. I went to Sweden, and we're kind of back. This was the first year where I'm actually in Bosnia for my birthday, and then Idina was here for the first time last year for her birthday. And the city is like not really what it used to be. Like after war, a lot of Bosnians moved out. I think there's only like 4% of actual like Bosnians living here. But during the summer, our family is here, so that's why we come and see everyone. But when it's not summertime, it's really not that poppin'. So the main reason we're here is because we had to get our daughter put into the books, into the system in Bosnia since she was born in America. And since we had to take care of that, we were like, let's just see some family as well. So we're staying here roughly 4 to 5 days, and then we're gonna head back down to Sarajevo. But it's just like the system here is just so screwed up. Nothing is like computerized. Everything's like still like very old school. Like for example, for us to put her into the system, there's two buildings that we have to go to. It's kind of like a social security building and then like a resident building. I don't know, like a residency building. And you literally have to go back and forth 4 times. So like we had to get like some kind of paper from one building and then walk over to get that paper filled out. And then that paper goes back to the other building to get the actual like social security number. And then you take that back to the other building so you can register her. And then you need to go back to the other building and add a address that she resides in. It's just like, it's pointless. And then you have to wait. Every time you go into the other building, you have to like wait again. And usually there's no rules here. Like if someone knows someone, they go in front of you. So this is a system that people talk about like in Bosnia that's like very just outdated and complicated and a headache. Like even the people working out front, they're like, why do you have to do that? Like, why can't you just ask for them to do it all at once? Like even they're frustrated and they live here and they work here. So that's one thing that we're not looking forward to when we move back to Bosnia, but it's something that we're expecting and are going to plan for it. And it's one of those things like it is what it is, right? Every country has like things that are good and bad. When it comes to Europe overall, a lot of the paperwork and government stuff is outdated. Like you can't just go online and renew something. Like everything is a process. You always need one extra stamp. You always need one extra paperwork that you're missing. And like I said, it is what it is, but that's just the way you deal with things in Bosnia. And as long as you expect it, you don't get frustrated. People think it's going to be easy, and then they get frustrated. Like, I know it's not easy. So I was cool with it. This is the main strip, which we call Korzo. This is where like people come out, like walk and get coffee and stuff. Again, during summer, this is like packed. That building is our favorite spot to go to. It has a really nice rooftop. During the night, there's usually music. But there's a coffee shop on the first floor. We're going to get some coffee there. Good morning, everyone. We're in Kozarac. I'm just stopping at a family house, and then we're going to go up to Kozara. We're going to see if the restaurant up there is open. It is Sunday. I'm not sure if they're open during the winter either. But there's a super nice monument, which I'm going to show you guys. In the meantime, let me show you guys this view and this house. So this is my uncle's house. Shabila. Baš kapca ovo.
Ma koji meni poranio da ide na Mrakovicu? Cura. Da, gore idite pa snimajte. Planina. Ma kako mi se sredila, braćo, šta je to tako sve bež? Biserno bijela.
with French fries. That's a first for me. These are uštipsi with kaimak. And then we have 3 eggs and kielbasa. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the French fries threw me off. But we have someone who likes
What are
it.
your thoughts? This is the famous monument. So roughly 30,000 people died at the battle here, and this was during World War II when the Nazis came up here. It was kind of like a strategic play because this is literally on top of a mountain, and that middle piece is pretty much all the partisans. So they're in the middle, and there's these like huge blocks all around that. It's because they were surrounded by the Nazis and everyone else that was aligned with the Nazis, and then the partisans were kind of like on top of this mountain, waiting for them all to come in, and they ended up defeating the Nazis. That's why this monument is very important. That's why this place is very important. Tito himself came up here during the opening of this monument. I like it up here because it's very refreshing. It's fresh air, super nice and peaceful. There's usually always people coming by, even during like dead seasons like today. But yeah, just to come up here, there's roughly like 100 steps. Bosnia is definitely not taking it easy on me. It's all like high altitude, so it's hard to breathe. And then there's a lot of walking uphill or stairs or whatever it is. Especially after you eat uštipka, that doesn't make it easier to do all this walking. We just had breakfast at Bila Voda, which is a very nice restaurant down there. Honestly, I love the architecture. Like if I were to build a house up in the mountains, it would look the same way. Like a whole bunch of windows overlooking the trees. It's very peaceful. This thing is huge though. I'll walk closer so you guys can see it. The first year I was here, I was able to slide through this little hole right here, but now it's a different story. Well, let me show you guys the top. It's pretty cool. This thing is just massive. These blocks are massive. The monument itself is massive. I know sometimes like people actually do make it through the crack and they need a helicopter to pull them up from the top. So we're definitely not doing that today. I think over here to have all the names of people that died during the war. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. So all these are just names of people that died during the battle. There's probably like, I don't even know, maybe 50 per block. And there's endless amounts of blocks. It just continues down and down, and even goes down below that. These are all the stairs we just have to climb. It's easy downhill, but it's very steep uphill. But the view is just crazy. It's beautiful. Even these stairs were made during Yugoslavia, so was that 50 years? But they're holding in.